Welcome to the second in a series of instructional videos explaining how to successfully and safely wire the CSS outdoor battery cabinet and its inverter. Start by preparing these installation tools. For your safety, always wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Let's get to know the bottom panel of the battery inverter. Also, get to know the clusters in the cabinet. Ensure all switches on the inverter are turned to the off position. We start the cabinet wiring by connecting protective earth. First, run and connect the included PE wire between the equipotential bus bar and the PE terminal block. Next, crimp lugs to a wide PE wire, not provided. Cut the narrow corrugated tube to the required length and thread it through the right-hand opening of the duct. Then, run the wire from the chassis through the tube and secure it to the bus bar. Run and connect the PE wire from the bus bar to the ground point of the installation site. We continue the wiring by connecting internal communication. Connect the CAN communication cable to the COM connector on the inverter and run the cable through the corrugated tube and the cable duct to the terminal block inside the cabinet. Connect the blue wire to terminal 1 and the brown to 2. Connect the wires of the RS485 communication cable to the para connector. Connect the para cable connector to the para port on the inverter. Now, run the cable through the provided wide corrugated tube and the cable duct to the terminal block inside the battery cabinet. Connect the black wire to terminal 3 and the brown to 4. Now, it is time to connect the DC wires between the inverter and the battery. Before connecting the DC wires, ensure all switches and circuit breakers on the cluster management units are turned off. Trim 2 sections from the provided wide corrugated tube, allowing it to extend from the inverter's BAT1 and BAT2 connectors to the middle and left entrances of the cable duct. Thread the DC wires through the corrugated tubing and guide them down through the cable duct. Feed the wires through the bottom opening of the duct into the battery cabinet. Make sure the longer wires reach Cluster Management Unit 2 and shorter wires reach Unit 1. Next, we connect the battery cabinet to AC. Remove the AC terminal block cover. Run the AC cable from the AC distribution box to the cabinet through the duct cover. Strip the cable jacket from the wires. Run the cable wires through a piece of the supplied wide corrugated tube through the duct cover and towards the upper side of the duct. Cut a piece of tube to fit between the terminal wires cover and the upper exit hole of the duct cover. Strip off the insulation from each of the AC wires. Make sure to strip the correct size of insulation based on the provided lug size. Add the provided heat shrink tubes to the wire of each conductor, covering the exposed parts of the lug and conductor. Use the heat gun to shrink the tubes. Cut the seal from the gland of the AC terminal block cover. Pass the AC cable through the cover and connect the wires to the AC terminals. Follow the color coding and the labeling for the L1, L2, L3, neutral, and PE wires. Secure the cover of the AC terminal block to the inverter so that the marking on the cover is facing you and the side gland points to the left. Tighten the cable gland. Now let's connect the AC auxiliary to supply power to HVAC. Connect the PE, neutral and line wires of the auxiliary cable to the input terminals. Feed the cable through the bottom of the cabinet to the cable duct and from the duct towards the AC distribution box and site ground. Use 4 cable ties to secure the AC cable inside the duct. Make sure to pull the top cable tie tight enough so that the duct cover can close properly. Finally, we connect the battery cabinet to the internet. Remove the cover of the cabinet display. Connect a LAN cable to the Ethernet 1 LAN port. Run the cable through the duct towards the openings on the cabinet floor. Route the cable to the Ethernet 2 port of the SolarEdge 1 controller. Connect the Ethernet 1 port to a local internet gateway. Return the cover of the cabinet display. Tie the LAN and AC auxiliary cables to the main AC cable using cable ties. Remove the top cutout from the right-hand side duct cover. Now fit the right-hand side cover of the duct to the duct. Attach the remaining front covers of the cable duct. Use sealant to seal all gaps between the wires and holes. Also, seal all unrouted wiring holes. You're all done. The CSS outdoor battery cabinet and its inverter are safely wired and ready for commissioning.